Welcome back, my friends. Today we have the Fresh Picked collection from Spellbinders, and we are going to make 3 cards from one die set from this collection, just showing you how you can take one bold die set and create 3 separate looks from it. So if you're visiting my channel for the very first time, I want to say welcome. My name is Melanie from Melanie Stamps. And I would totally love it if you would hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up by the end of the video if you've enjoyed this content, as that really helps me reach more people. So let's take a look at this collection real quick, and then we will dive into our 3 cards. This is the Fresh Picked Daffodils. It's very large, but these pieces can be used individually. It is designed to actually fill an A2 card, but it can be used just the bloom on its own, or it can be used just on one stem. And I'm going to show you that type of thing today. Here is the Fresh Picked Berries. Super cute. And these, again, are individual stems, as you see here. Like this one here doesn't have any berries on it. This one is just a little stem. This one is a larger stem. So like this one stem I've seen used just by itself. So just to give you more ideas. This one I've used in a bonus card. So you're going to want to stick around. It's a really unique card. Looks nothing like this. So you're going to want to stick around to the end to see that. This is the Fresh Picked Buttercups. I really like this one. This one is the one we're playing with today. This is the Fresh Pick Anemones. Gorgeous, gorgeous buds on this one. I love this one. Then this collection comes with Fresh Picked Sentiments. And these are really nice sized sentiments. Let me get some measuring going here so you can see for yourself. Like the, whoops, my magnetics are going wild. They go from about a little over 1/2 inch to the largest one at about 3/4 of an inch. The high is actually 1 1/4 inches. I probably shouldn't use a magnetic ruler for measuring, huh? So this is, like I said, Fresh Picked Sentiments. And then there is a 2D embossing folder called Columns, which is a great backdrop for all of these florals. So I'm going to sit this aside. And I want to, on a side note here, bring in these 2 also. These are exclusive to the Spellbinders website. You will only find these 2 products available online at the Spellbinders website. The Kaleidoscope Garden, and let me see what the name of this one is. It's come off of my packaging here. Oh, Colorful Burst Flower. So these 2 are exclusives. You will only get them on the Spellbinders website. You can see how the blooms are broken up, so you can actually go smaller on the flowers, and the leaves are separate. You can add the burst, or you don't have to add the burst. It's very interesting. Lots of creativeness went into this one. I love the outside burst on this one. So I wanted to let you know about this special because you won't see it anywhere else. This one here we're actually going to use today in a card. I wanted to just put that out there. I will link all these items down below so that you can find them on the website. Using those links does support me, as I get a small commission when you use those links, and it is absolutely no cost to you. So I appreciate you when you use those. And now let's get started here. We are going to make a shaped arched card base. So to do this, I've cut 2 of these same sized card bases. And I'm going to come in here and go about a 1/2 inch or so and do a score. Well, actually, let me use that real quick. Just score that real quick. Give it a good score. Then we're going to take our glue, and I like to bend this back and forth as this will be our joint for the card. And then we're going to use our glue on just this top flap. And the nice thing about this technique is you don't have to run 2 layers of cardstock through your die cut machine. So you just put that there, you layer that there, you let that dry, and then you're going to have a card base like so. Now I have done a 3D embossing folder. This embossing folder is called Beveled Diamonds, and I've already put a double-sided adhesive on the back of it and then backed it with an extra piece of cardstock. I like to do this so that it's nice and flat and sturdy. And so I'm going to attach this to my card front panel. This just gives a really pretty, interesting backdrop to our bold flowers. And that's the beauty of these flowers, is they're very striking. They get your attention. And every now and then, you know, you want something bold and aha, you know? So I'm going to get that on there. Okay. And for the colors today, I chose the Color Cube 255 as my starting point, and I added green to it. So this was where I started. And if you're not familiar with the Color Cube, check my link down below for it. It is a great inspiration. If you struggle with color combinations, this is a great like stepping stone to get your juices flowing in the craft room. So check that out in my links below if you're unsure about it or you've never heard about it. And now I have doubled up my stem here just to make it a little more sturdy. And I'm going to sit this off to the side. And then I'm going to put this really big bloom. I chose the biggest one on this card because I wanted to play with this arch by having this up in the arch. So we're going to do that there. I really wanted impact on this card. And then we're going to add the high right down here, like so. And then you have the center of the flower. Okay. So I will just attach these with some little dots of glue. And one thing I like to do is just take either a rag or a paper towel and just dot off the excess glue. I tend to not show this on screen sometimes. And go ahead and just press that down, and you get less of your glue coming through all your little holes then. So we can go ahead. Then I'm going to go ahead and place this down while that one's getting some glue on it. Or drying, I mean. Put this high. This is from the sentiments from this collection. And I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Then we will take this, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on each of these. Now, one thing I noticed is these centers can be swapped around also. You can put bigger ones in smaller ones, and the smaller ones and the bigger ones. You can alternate them in the different sized flowers. Because remember, there's 4 flowers in this die set. Let me grab this die set out so you can see the one we're working with. Why this one grabs. Put this here. There's the 4 flowers, individual flowers in this die set. So you have a lot of choices on how you want to do this. Okay, so I'm going to put glue over all of it now. And all of these buds go together the same way. I'm using 3D glitter foam for my base, just to give it a dimension and also a bold backdrop. Like I'm saying, I'm going for impact with this card. So I want it to jump out there and say, look at me. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and place down my leaf. And we will make this in line down here, about even with the high, so that they line up down here. Take that dot off and just look at this for a second. Yep. All right. And then this piece here, I'm going to turn around so the shadow matches the shadows. Because you see here, I gave it a cast shadow by die cutting these, the high, twice out of the light purple and the darker purple. I thought that just gave it a little extra interest. So I'm going to put a little dot of glue right there. And we will go ahead and put the dot of our eye right there. And then last but not least, we'll come in here and add glue to our foam back and put him right up here where he can be bold and beautiful. I'm going to put that right there. It's nice to use an acrylic block just to give some weight so that glue has a chance just to adhere, because sometimes it takes a second to catch. I'm using Barely Art glue. It does dry clear. And let's see. It's scooted just a little bit, so I'm going to move it back a little bit. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So that is our first bold bloom there. Fresh picked anemone, if you want to call it by name. Now let me grab the second one. This is our second one. And I've done everything except attach the actual leaf. This is a Better Press plate that I've used here, and I'll link it down below also. And if you saw my video, the last video I did, I used this same plate with the new Monster collection. And the Monster fits right up here. I just slid it down, and the monsters and the different dancing critters fit right up there so perfectly. And I had a lot of fun with that collection as well. I've been really enjoying this month. So I'm going to lay this here and just kind of frame. It's kind of like a line just under the sentiment. So I'm laying this one. It looks like this one is this tall one right here that I'm using. But I'm laying it down on its side. And this is Better Press paper, and you can see the Better Press dimension there on the paper. Then we will go ahead and attach our foam. I like to use a lot of glue on the foam. And we will turn this up just a little bit. I want to just make sure there's a little bit of white there on the end. And there is our second card. Isn't that cute? Anybody would love to get that, don't you think? got a lot of nice white space. And then our third card is featuring that Better Press plate, and I have pressed it in leaf green on the Better Press card. It's really, really pretty. And for this one, I have used the new green foam. This is the cool, is it cool? Yeah, the Cool Colors of foam that they've just come out with. Now this new foam does not have glitter on it. It's just a solid foam. And I've die cut it with the same die, and then I just offset it so that it had a cast shadow of that foam, but it's going to give me that 3D dimension that I want at the same time. So I've done that to both of these, and we're going to put these right here in the center like so. And then we're going to put our blooms. Let me see where I want my blooms here before I glue. Got a big bloom here. And we got a smaller bloom here. Okay, that looks good. I can't wait for you guys to see the bonus card. The bonus card is something, as soon as I saw this collection, a sneak peek of it from Spellbinders, they show us a little bit of it before they send it. And when I saw it, I immediately purchased something to go with this collection. Something that I knew I wanted to use with it in my design idea. I mean, it's just, you know, sometimes you just get an idea in your head of something you want to do with a project. And this is one of those cases where I saw the product and then I went and actually purchased something with my own money and with the sole purpose of what I was going to do when this new product came in. So I really like doing that. You know, sometimes I'll go and I'll purchase a specialty paper, and sometimes I will, you know, purchase a stencil or, you know, something that I have seen before and thought about purchasing but just didn't, and I'm like, oh, this is the perfect time. And I did that with this collection. I'm going to put a couple foam dots here because I think we are going to need a little, yeah, we're going to need a little bit of dimension there because this is already popped up. So I'm going to cut some of these down to give us some dimension on the edges here. I'll do one more. All right. Those are glued, so we will take this off. Put our glue on there. And we will sit this right here, facing that way, to the left, and then this one will face the sun, or that's what I'm envisioning. Is it looking up to the sun, almost like a sunflower? I wonder if anemones actually do that. I know sunflowers do. Whoops. My hands are a little sticky. Okay, let's get that and sit it right there. Beautiful. Okay, let me check to see if I have a sentiment for this one. Okay, I pressed these Better Press sentiments out. These are from the new collection. Okay, we have congrats, so proud of you. Thanks for just being you. That's something I say all the time. Happy anniversary. Thanks, I'm touched beyond words. I'm so sorry. With sympathy, you are everything wonderful. Just because, happy birthday, And this card is full of birthday wishes. This card is full of birthday wishes. What about that one? I think I like that one. Yeah, I'm going to use that one. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this foam gives it such dimension. And, oh, check it out. Guys, oh my goodness. Does that foam not make that gorgeous? That is so gorgeous. That is so perfect. So these are my 3 cards. And like I said, I used this color scheme to get the purples and the oranges and the yellows. That's how I decided to go with this color scheme. Using 1 die set, we made 3 cards. Now, for my bonus card real quick, you want to see it? I know my desk is a mess. You want to see it? This is kind of special. Totally not in this color scheme. That's why it's a bonus card. Look at this. Is this not awesome? I had a vision of taking these flowers apart and using them in a vase. Now I've used the 2D embossing folder in the background called Columns. Perfect for building on. Then I used Simon Hurley's vases. This is what I ran out and purchased. I knew immediately I needed it. And then I used the buttercups, the fresh picked buttercups, as my arrangement. Now this here, just real quick, is this set of vases right here. It's called Ceramic Vases. And this is the set of floral stems that Simon Hurley developed and designed to go with it. So yes, I ran out and bought these too. I actually bought the vases first, and then these went on sale 50%, and I bought it extra in another order. So hey, if you can get it 50%, grab it, right? And if you're wanting to be updated all the time on Spellbinders awesome sales, just let me know. There is a link down in the description below for my Facebook group, and I share all my projects, my videos, any updates on sales, and it's a place for you to share your projects with me so I can see them and we can share them and root each other on in the community. And I would absolutely love for you to join us. So here are the cards for today. I hope you have enjoyed them. I would absolutely love to hear what you think about them down below. And like I said, this was Fresh Pick Anemones. It is a gorgeous die set. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure you hit that subscribe before you leave. I really appreciate you. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye, my friends.